It's great to see you all here. So good afternoon, fellow faculty, students, staff, administrators, trustees, and other friends of the University of South Florida System. And welcome to the 2016 address of USF System President Judy Genshaft. There you go. My name is Jim Gary. I'm a long-term faculty member at USF, chair of a STEM academic department, a faculty senator, and finally, president of the USF System Faculty Council, which places me also as a USF trustee this year. I want to introduce Dr. Genshaft from my personal perspective as a USF faculty member. So I'm beginning my 20th year here at USF. In 1997, I was a freshly tenured associate professor at a university in Pittsburgh, and I had the opportunity to apply for an assistant professor position here. After my interview, I was convinced of the enormous potential of USF, and so I gave up my tenure, gave up my rank in Pittsburgh, and moved down to Tampa and restarted my career as an assistant professor. And I have to say, at first, things just didn't seem to be going in the right direction fast enough for me, and so I started looking around for a faculty position somewhere else. But then Judy Genshaft became the president of USF, and everything changed dramatically. As you all know, she has driven the development of USF from an unranked university, not even mentioned in a book listing the top 1,000 U.S. universities in 1997, to now, where USF is a top 25 nationally ranked university on the verge of Florida preeminence, and heading toward membership in the American Association of Universities. And from the point she arrived at USF, I've never looked back, have greatly enjoyed the challenges, the hard work, and the progress of the last decade and a half. She is the person who raised expectations and encouraged all of us, students, faculty, staff, and administrators, to work toward the exceptional goal of preeminence in the state and AAU membership. Along the way, she has steered USF through the toughest economic downturn in the U.S. since the Great Depression, with USF emerging from that recession in a position of strength. Many of you may wonder, well, exactly what does the president do? Well, she's not just the chief executive officer of USF. She is our ambassador to the local community, to the state, to the nation, and the entire world. She is our connection to organizations such as the Association of Public and Land-Grant Colleges, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and she has served in leadership roles in these and many other organizations. She has received and continues to receive more awards and honors than I have time to mention here. Just one example, in a few days, she'll be awarded the Dr. Claire Umberson Presidential Leadership Award for Lifetime Achievement by the National Association of Collegiate Women Athletics Administrators. One thing to remember is that although we see her as the CEO of USF, her academic roots are as a faculty member with an excellent record of scholarship, so she understands the challenges faced by faculty, students, and administrators. You have all undoubtedly heard of her accomplishments, and you just need to walk around campus and pay attention to the media to see what she has done and continues to do. From my perspective, I've seen her work with the Emergency Preparedness Group when it appeared USF was about to be hit by a major hurricane in 2004. As a long-term faculty senator, I've seen her work productively with the Senate at the monthly faculty Senate meetings for the past decade. By the way, if you're a faculty member, please join the Senate. We really need your help. That's the plug I have to give. As a member of the System Faculty Council, I have seen her respond extremely quickly to issues that I thought were simply not going to get solved. And on a more personal note, last year I had trouble getting access to a potential research site on land owned by the city of Tampa. They turned down my request for access, so I asked Dr. Genshaft. I just sent her an email out of the blue, and within weeks I had a call from the city and soon had the permission I needed. That is the kind of person our president is, and an example of how much she cares about all of us. Now, as a BOT member, I'm seeing how she works from another perspective, and I can tell you that USF is an extremely good hands for the past, and has been for the past 16 years. So before we hear from President Genshaft, please listen closely to the message she's been delivering since her inaugural address in the year 2000. And go Bulls.
Dr. Judy Genshaft began her first day on the job.
The University of South Florida is ready to move to the national level in a bigger way than it already is.
She wants to make USF a research facility known around the world.
Her challenge, however, is a big one.
Together, I know we shall achieve and surpass our expectations.
Well, the University of South Florida is taking the next step tonight in its plan.
The University of South Florida could make a big move. Today, the USF campus is buzzing with activity.
Today, the University of South Florida showed they want to be on the cutting edge.
A game changer.
We will build a better workforce for the region and for the state.
Genshaft should be able to meet her goals. Certainly, she's determined.
Could have a tremendous economic impact on the area.
USF, a top-rated school nationwide.
USF environment will drive and sustain this economy for a long time.
We will achieve our goal
To be the lead national research university worldwide.
You better believe it! It's another great moment for USF.
USF has moved so fast in such a short amount of time. My goal is to make the University of South Florida an even more dominant player nationally. It's a very, very exciting time.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And thank you, Dr. Gary, for that kind introduction. I truly had not heard that before. Thank you again and again. That was great. Well, I'd like to welcome the students, faculty, and staff here at the Oval Theater, as well as those who are watching online. And thank you to members of the USF Board of Trustees, our state higher education leaders, and friends from all across the Tampa Bay community for your unyielding support of the USF system. Your presence here today, both in this room and from all corners of the world online, is more than a symbolic show of unity. Today, I'm asking you to accept a bold new charge to further define this institution's incredible legacy, something that we can only accomplish together. The University of South Florida is on the path to be designated as a preeminent university in the state of Florida, further positioning USF for membership in the Association of American Universities, making USF eligible for millions of dollars in additional state funding and helping USF earn the national recognition that we deserve. The quest is not simply about accolades and earning accolades. These achievements will provide added resources to support the excellent work that we are doing, and they will also help us recruit and retain all-star students, faculty, and staff from across the board. The USF system has never been stronger. Our sense of purpose has never been clearer. Our thoughtful, creative, and innovative solutions to problems have never been more needed than they are today. Now is the time to focus on the future. And now is the time to claim our destiny. In my inaugural presidential address of 2000, where I had really short hair, I told of a story of attending a gathering of the leaders of public universities from around the country, where a colleague from a very fine institution in California said to me, "Judy, you've got the best presidency of any research university in the country. And I told him, I believe that to be true, but I wondered why did he? And he explained that the University of South Florida was still in its formative stages, and everyone could see its potential. And he believed, as I and many others did, that we had a rare and unique opportunity to craft a template for one of America's next great public research universities. Fast forward to this past summer, where I was again at a meeting of the same group, now called Association of Public and Land Grant Universities. The organization's president told me he had never seen anything like USF. He had never seen a university go as far, as fast. And for me, his observation brought this experience full circle. Today, we've lived up to what we've always believed about ourselves, even when others may have doubted us. But we have doubled our bold ambitions. We have proven that no dream or goal is too big to strive for. In our relatively short 60 years, we've emerged as a leading higher education system that has devoted unprecedented resources to supporting our students so that they can graduate on time with a high-quality degree and minimal debt. We've eliminated the achievement gap between students based on race or family income. This is a remarkable achievement. And other universities are actually looking to us as a national best practice in this regard. We've excelled in research, invention, and innovation, producing better treatment for diseases, creating new technologies, and spurring the modernization of our regional economy. We have approximately 300 postdoctoral students on our campus. This is outstanding and sets us apart from most of the other Florida public institutions. In one of my favorite traditions in the fall address, I'm very pleased to announce that we have set another new record in sponsored research: $458,506,047. This research number reinforces our position in the top 25 American public research universities and is proof that we can deliver on the ambitious goals that we set for ourselves. In converting that research into new technologies, medical drugs, and products, USF ranks in the top 6% nationally in licenses and option agreements. And I'm so proud of our students and the incredible progress we're making in raising the bar for student achievement. These undergraduate and graduate students are drawn here because of the strength of our faculty and staff and our programs. Many of them can go anywhere, yet they chose the institutions of the University of South Florida system. And this year's freshmen make up the most academically accomplished class that we have ever enrolled, with an average SAT score of 1226, an ACT score of 28, and an average GPA of 4.08 for new freshmen on the Tampa campus. So when it comes to record-breaking and student profiles, the record-breaking has become our new norm. And USF St. Petersburg, USF Sarasota Manatee are similarly building on their momentum and attracting high qualified students more than ever before. And each of our regional institutions offers a distinctive experience that allows us to attract a broader range of students and offers personalized learning experiences. The USF Morsani College of Medicine has just enrolled its largest class with the strongest academic profile in the college's history. More than 6,000 students competed for 183 spots. This impressive group of first-year students averaged a record 34 on the medical college admission test exam, the highest of all Florida institutions, public or private. Our achievements have not occurred by accident. We have worked deliberately and doggedly to accomplish our goals over these many years. We've done this by utilizing thoughtful strategic plans, setting measurable goals and performance objectives, and continually reviewing and updating these plans. And recognizing our accomplishments is indeed important. But this year, I want to channel the same dedication and enthusiasm toward a new path ahead. This past summer, the University of South Florida Tampa was declared an emerging preeminent state research university by our state leaders. And this new designation puts USF in a position of prominence among the institutions in the state university system and makes us eligible for millions of dollars in new state funding and other rewards each year. We are now just one of 3 universities that are eligible to participate in this program at this time, and the other 2 are 100 years older than we are. This program and its associated metrics are very important for all of the reasons I've mentioned before. As we uplift our university, we uplift each other. As our university's achievement and reputation grows, so does our personal and professional stature. As you grow in stature, so too does the university. Our graduates' degrees will be worth more. We will have more resources to spend on students and reward faculty and staff. We'll be able to enhance our campuses with the most state-of-the-art facilities. We'll continue to attract and retain the very best. The Florida Preeminence Program is clearly a worthwhile aim for our university. But today, I want to focus on a broader kind of preeminence that everyone can achieve, each in his or her own way, every single day. Preeminence is more than just about metrics. Preeminence is a mindset. Preeminence is the singular expression of our collective abilities as a community of students, scholars, researchers, and innovators. Preeminence should be reflected in how we think, how we act, who we associate with, and how we treat one another. Our goal is not only to be the best in Florida, but to be one of the best in the world in areas that distinguish our university. It is the power of our ideas, rooted in the humanities, the physical and social sciences, mathematics and the arts, that propels us forward and gives meaning to the metrics. For USF, this means a purposeful focus on the key areas of distinctive excellence as found in our new USF Research Strategic Plan, such as brain and spinal cord research, data science and analytics, heart research and care, human security, and water sustainability. This means focusing on the practical application of our scholarly activities and research to benefit society and create economic prosperity. In all of our endeavors, we must ask ourselves, are we regarded as a national model? If not, what do we need to do differently? It's not always about the resources. Many times, it's about the decisions that we make. Are we following best practices? Are we making smart decisions? Are we recruiting and hiring and retaining the very best? Are we surrounding ourselves with A-level players and A-level team members? Do we create an atmosphere where everyone feels valued and empowered, where we can hold each other accountable for going above and beyond? At the same time, we must ask ourselves, what is not contributing to our goal of preeminence? What is holding us back? What are we going to stop doing? We must challenge the status quo. We must never become complacent. Throughout this effort, we need to adhere to the foundational ideals of higher education. The search for new knowledge and truth is always paramount, but so too is our obligation to foster diversity and promote free and civil discourse, especially on difficult topics and challenging times. Our foremost obligation is to educate our undergraduate and graduate students. An informed citizenry is the cornerstone of a successful democracy. Our progress depends upon our willingness to stretch our minds further, to keep growing and to keep discovering. And this is the promise we've made to the world. The university, our university, uplifts its community, the nation, and the human spirit itself. This is our role. This is the standard to which we must hold ourselves. And this is our path to preeminence. Embracing this standard with renewed vigor is the challenge that I give to you today. This is the same challenge I've given to my senior leadership. I've asked them to hold our leadership team accountable to these standards, as we work to raise our own performance and that of our staff around us. You've already seen some examples of this commitment in action. This summer, we merged several of our offices that interface with students into one unit, with a focus on bolstering academic success, retention, and improving the student experience. Enrollment planning and management, student affairs, and undergraduate studies now operate as one unit that can most effectively enable positive change. This change emphasizes our commitment to shared responsibility and cooperation for the benefit of the students that we serve. USF Sarasota Manatee now recently created a new College of Science and Mathematics, aligning applied science and mathematics offerings and expanding laboratory and research space. In addition, USF Sarasota Manatee and the USF College of Engineering recently created a 2+2 partnership to maximize engineering possibilities for students all across our service region. At USF St. Petersburg, the finishing touches are now going on into the Lynn Pippinger Hall, a new building for the Kate Tiedemann College of Business, which will be opening its doors spring semester 2017. In the coming months, we will watch construction begin on our new footprint in downtown Tampa, where the Morsani College of Medicine and new Heart Health Institute will help anchor a massive downtown redevelopment project, the likes of which Tampa Bay has never seen. To enhance student success, the Tampa campus is engaged in a precedent-setting public-private partnership that will erect an historic new housing village on campus, bringing our total number of beds to nearly 6,500. This village represents a new era for the University of South Florida, Tampa, further strengthening our vibrant residential undergraduate life. Our commitment to excellence for USF athletics has never been stronger, and that support can be clearly seen in the surging success of our 19 NCAA sports programs. In fact, for the first time in USF history, USF Athletics has just completed a new strategic plan that focuses the program on productive growth through key goals. Most importantly, winning. I had to add that. As you all know, the USF system is in the midst of a $1 billion fundraising campaign. This is highly, highly unusual for a public university founded only 60 years ago. We are well on the way to achieving this goal with a total of $939,269,576 raised. Soon we will hit that $1 billion mark. With all of these achievements, we need to earn the national recognition we deserve. This is the time to be bold and highly visible. In the coming months, the University of South Florida system will embark upon a new branding and marketing effort, which will build our value through a disciplined focus on consistency of our brand and of our messaging. We want to trumpet your accomplishments. We want the University of South Florida to stop being the best kept secret. We want everyone to know about the University of South Florida system. The Board of Trustees has recently approved my updated performance goals to reflect a push toward prominence and preeminence. These goals require me to continue to engage in leadership roles on the national and global levels and to enhance the USF system's reputation. The board has also asked us to undertake a new system-wide strategic plan. This is only the beginning. All of the institutions in the USF system, every single faculty member, every single staff member on each of our campuses, and every student, graduate or undergraduate, who come through our doors can contribute to this effort. It will take hard work. It may require us to change the way we've always done something, but I know that we are up to the challenge. During my very first inaugural address in 2000, I articulated my vision for this university's future. It was clear to me on day one that this university was capable of harnessing its incredible potential to become and build a powerhouse of research, innovation, and national excellence. In fact, I mentioned the word preeminence in that speech several times that day. And during that inaugural speech, I found great perspective In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who once observed, and I quote, "The ultimate test of a man is not where he stands in time of comfort or convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge," unquote. This is our time of challenge. This is the time for us to dig deeper, work smarter, and go further than ever before. Again, this is the time we must ask ourselves, are we raising our own performance standards to reflect a preeminent institution? Are we surrounding ourselves with the very best talent? Are we recruiting the highest level of people to this fine institution? Are we positioning ourselves as the national model in our areas of key expertise? Bolstered by the ideals of higher education, supported by our collective tenacity, challenged by the dreams of our university's forefathers, this is how we will fulfill our destiny. When the next generations look back on this university's legacy, I have no doubt that they will see this moment as a turning point when we decided together, this is our time. I stand before you today still so privileged by the opportunity to serve as your leader and grateful, so grateful for the many, many contributions that you make every day to our incredible institutions. I ask you to join me as we write the next chapter of our history, in times of triumph and especially in times of challenge. Together, boldly, we are limitless and unstoppable. This is our path to preeminence. Thank you. Go Bulls. Thank you. Thank you very much.